Good morning, everybody. Stevie Breach coming to you. Last night I made a video with Freaking Yeah 88 over on his channel. It is a podcast style video where we talk about everything from Monday Night Raw, Extreme Rules, TNA, and a whole bunch of other random bullshit, pretty much. I believe it's way over an hour. Make sure you head on over there. Have some fun cleaning up your room, folding some clothes, or doing whatever you need to do. But it was a good show. It was a fun time to make, so please make sure you guys go check it out. Freaking Yeah 88. Um, He's my best friend in the world, and I've plugged him 1,000 times. If you don't know who he is, I don't know how you know who I am. But basically, just go check that out. Last night's Monday Night Raw. When I was making the podcast, I was watching the show, and I started to not pay attention that much at the end, so I rewatched the ending of the show today. Basically, my thoughts on it really didn't change all that much. The show started out and it put me in a horrible, horrible mood. You had Zeb Colster, Big E Langston, and Ricardo in the ring. They had an actual match to decide who was going to be able to pick the stipulation for Extreme Rules for the World Heavyweight Championship match. Why you had an actual wrestler in there against two managers, and the wrestler didn't destroy these guys. They didn't even try to really make it make sense. Why the wrestler didn't win the match and Ricardo won. But basically, Ricardo won. He made it a ladder match. I knew it was going to be a ladder match 2 weeks ago when Ziggler was doing the promo backstage and they had the freaking belt propped up on a ladder. They wouldn't have done that if it wasn't going to be a ladder match. I think the match will be good. I think the execution of getting the match was freaking just, it was beyond stupid. And I don't know. From there, all three participants of the ladder match all had their own singles matches. They made Ricardo shine the most because they gave Ricardo the better opponents. It was Del Rio. He beat Cesaro. Dolph Ziggler beat Kofi Kingston. And then my buddy Jack Swagger, he somehow pulled out getting Zack Ryder. I don't know. All three guys won, as you would think they would, because they're hyping a pay-per-view and they want to make these guys look strong. I don't know. The best match to me was probably the Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston match. Um, I was going to give that match of the night, but Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton is the match that really got me the most involved. And even though I didn't need to rewatch it this morning, I rewatched the match and I really, really liked it for a second time. That was probably the best match of the night. This whole I was going to talk about the Cena thing first, but honestly, the whole thing, the biggest thing they put over the night wasn't even the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Domino's Pizza, they bought some advertising where they talked about the pizza timer, showing the delivery of the pizza the whole time. I'm hoping that Domino's isn't mad at WWE today, and for the one reason of they made it take forever to get that damn pizza delivered. And I know they were delivering it to an arena. They were supposed to be, walking right into the arena, walking it right out to ringside, and then dropping it off on the announcer's table. But that damn pizza took, 2 hours to get delivered? If you ordered a pizza from Domino's and it took 2 hours to get it delivered, you gonna be mad? I'd be mad. And then when you find out that the pizza wasn't even delivered to the right person and the fans at ringside are eating your pizza, does that mean if I call Domino's and I, place an order right now, that 2 hours from now they say they're going to order, they're going to deliver this pizza, and it's going to get delivered to my neighbor's house, and he's going to be eating my pizza, and I got nothing, and I've been sitting here waiting for that pizza for 2 hours? I know it's a pretty stupid skit, but I mean, if WWE wants us to get involved in these skits and their storylines they're running, it was pretty dumb. From there, the whole John Cena storyline, I honestly very lost on what they were trying to do with this. I think they were just trying to make Ryback look like a heel where people wouldn't cheer him anymore. They booked the match, Ryback versus John Cena, and then they were going to face the Shield. Somehow, the whole storyline of John Cena being injured on the tour, he hurt his Achilles tendon, you would think they would take him out of the match. Ryback says that he doesn't want to have the match because John Cena's injured and he doesn't want to get left out there alone to face the Shield for a third time. So they go to Ryback and they say, hey, we'll give you Team Hell No, and you can be Ryback and Team Hell No going up against the Shield. Ryback doesn't want that match, so somehow he's out of the match, John Cena's out of the match, and it's just going to be Team Hell No against the Shield in a handicap match. They're going to pull this little bait and switch sort of deal. Then all of a sudden, Cena's back in the match, and it is what it is. It was a normal Shield versus Cena match. They divided and conquered. They took out Daniel Bryan and they took out Kane. And then when it was 1-on-3, Cena started to get the upper hand when Roman Reigns hit him for the spear, pinned him. It was fun and exciting for the last 2 minutes, but because you had to sit through a 3-hour show to get there, it felt pretty dumb in the end. But that was basically Monday Night Raw in a nutshell. I think that was just about everything. The whole thing about the test of strength with Mark Henry, I wish I would have talked about this at the beginning of the video because this was almost just as dumb as that manager's match. That was horrible. He beat both members of Tons and Funk. I don't know why they didn't want to put him over. He beat Albert 1-on-1. Then he beat Brodus 1-on-1. Why wouldn't you pick him up and have him beat both of them at the same time? That's really going to show you how strong he is, and that's going to make Sheamus look even stronger in the long run. But that's just me. I'm not on the booking team. I'm not on the writing committee. Uh, that's what I would have done to make it happen. But that was Monday Night Raw. Hope everybody had fun. Move on to main event is going to be this week. I believe it's going to be Kofi versus Cesaro for the U.S. title. Hopefully we'll see a title switch. And Cesaro can get back on track. But there's a whole bunch of stories about Cesaro being in the doghouse, so you don't know what to believe. But we'll figure it out. Thanks, guys. Peace out.